Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thanks so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. I got a great video for you guys and gals today. We're going to be looking at a video actually, and he's talking about the technical analysis. But not only that, he intertwines that with what's happening in the economy, which I think is the best way to get an accurate understanding of where the price is going to head. We're not just looking at the numbers and the data, but you're also incorporating that with what's actually happening in the economy, which I think is it's the most effective way. I guess the most accurate way. So it's a little 1 minute and 30-second long video I wanted to share. But I wanted to share some stuff after that as well that is going along with the dollar and what's really going to be pushing silver over the next month, as they talk about the whole point of this video is that silver is set to soar if inflation dips, or if that will happen. So I'd love for you to participate. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the month of July, which is a very bullish month for silver. So yeah, let's check out this video. Actually, before we do, make sure you go enter my giveaway. I will be picking the winner next week. Only a couple days left to enter. When you see the prize pool, you will be disappointed if you did not enter and get that chance. May the luckiest stacker win. So yeah, let's read a little bit of this paragraph here, and then we'll jump into the video. So one of the strongest months for silver is July, and that's what I was just mentioning. So this is in part mimics the strong pattern seen in July and August for gains in gold prices. One of the key reasons for silver's current weakness has been the strong USD and the continual march higher in U.S. Treasury yields. However, this could change if the Federal Reserve sees the need to pause its aggressive rate hiking policy. One of the key reasons for this would be if the core U.S. PCE inflation data falls lower and below minimum expectations. It will mean that the Fed will likely need to hike at a lower or slower pace than perhaps feared. This should weaken the US dollar, causing a fall in yields and lift silver. So will we see gains in this July, which is usually a strong month for silver? Here's some trade risks. Any high inflation prints out, the US can invalidate this outlook. If the Fed signals a faster rate hiking cycle, then this could invalidate this outlook. So I like how they even mentioned, this is just a guess, and these are things that actually could prove this theory wrong. I like how they mentioned that. So anyways, let's jump into this video.
One of the strongest months for silver is in July. This in part mimics the strong pattern seen in July and August for gold prices. And one of the reasons for silver being weak as of late has been due to the strong US dollar and the continual march higher in US treasuries. However, this can change if the Federal Reserve see the need to pause their aggressive rate hiking policy. And one of the key reasons for this would be if the core US PC inflation data out next week on the 30th of June, if that falls, then that could mean the Fed is less in need of hiking interest rates and can perhaps do so at a slower pace. And this, in turn, should weaken the US dollar, cause a fall in US Treasury yields, and lift silver. So will silver see gains again this July? Major trade risks. Any high inflation print out of the US can invalidate this outlook. And if the Fed does signal a faster rate hiking cycle, then that can invalidate this outlook too.
So I thought that was a pretty informational video, just showing in the upcoming month what could happen, what might happen. Let me know what you think will happen. Now, this is a site called usdebtclock.org. Shows the national debt, the state debt, even debt per citizen. It even shows how many millionaires are in the United States. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of information here. I want to focus on this $30,538,111,000,000 national debt. I mean, look at that number, right? That's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse, faster and faster and faster. I mean, when I say the dollar's lost 98% of its original purchasing power, that's an actual percentage, not 99%, not 97. Things are going to collapse. It's not if, but when. And given the circumstances, it's looking like, the ball's starting to pick up some momentum. The only alternative, because there is no solution, is silver. Now, if you even look a little bit on here, you can see that we are in way over our head. We're trying to dig ourselves out of a hole by digging the hole deeper. It's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card, trying to get ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt. And I just made a video yesterday talking about why countries confiscate people's gold. And it's always in times of war, economic uncertainty, because gold is what backs a country. That's how we determine a country's wealth. Not how much dollars, obviously, because we're 30 trillion in debt and we're still one of the most powerful countries. It's how much gold we have. Wait, Silver Slayer, so you're saying we can determine we determine a country's wealth on how much gold they have? Then let's apply that same principle to a person-to-person basis. You're saying, Silver Slayer, that no matter how much that guy has in his bank account, he's not as wealthy as me because I'm the one that has precious metals? Yes, if you want to be technical, yes. And if you want to be factual as well, yes, because the only type of real wealth is precious metals. I mean, these numbers mean nothing. Our dollars aren't backed by anything. Now, I wanted to look at some other numbers on this board because this really is interesting if you look at it a little deeper. So the amount of savings per family is $12,000. It shows that the U.S. population is 333 million. U.S. income taxpayers, 125 million. Median income now is $35,000. Living in poverty is 40 million. U.S. bankruptcies, 474,000. People without insurance is 27 million. U.S. millionaires is 22 million. Wow, 22 million millionaires. Are you one of those people? Are you gonna be? I know I am. Whether that's in precious metals or dollars, it doesn't matter. Financial security is the end goal, as one of my favorite channels, Junius Maltby, says. But anyways, let's keep moving on. The dollar to crypto ratio is 20 to 1. Dollar to silver ratio is 374 to 1. The dollar to gold ratio is $14,000 per ounce. Dollar to silver ratio is $1,902 per ounce. And here's a precious metals part of this. So gold holdings by country in ounces. The United States has 286 million ounces of gold. Production's changed since 2000s, up 28%. Well, this is a really interesting. So it's showing who has the most gold in the country, and then this is the world precious metals production year to day. Okay, so see, the United States owns the most gold in the world, and that's why we're the richest country in the world. You could argue China, but China is mainly with their product, their trade. United States has the most gold, though. And that's how we determine a country's wealth. So yeah, I don't know. I think this stuff is really interesting. If you look at precious metal reserves, there's about 1 billion ounces of gold, 17 billion ounces of silver. And I actually just made a video calculating all this. And wow, my calculation was pretty spot on. It showed the amount of reserves in metric tons. So I found out how many ounces in a metric ton, calculated that times the annual production, and then I got to 19 billion. But this is 17 billion. So I was close. That's pretty good. But anyways, 17 billion ounces in reserves, and then the demand exceeded 1 billion ounces this year alone. So we're talking 17 years, but then you also have to incorporate most silver's thrown away. The lifespan of silver is very short-lived compared to gold, which is, constantly recycled. The ounce of silver that gets dug up out of the ground is thrown away within a couple decades. That ounce of gold that gets dug up is in circulation for a century. Plus, demand exceeded 1 billion ounces this year, but in a decade from now, demand could be 3-4 billion ounces. Who knows? especially since demand's going to be increasing. So it shows 17 years, but that could be cut down to 5 years. Who knows? So yeah, that was an interesting video. I highly recommend you go check that out as well. But yeah, I don't know. I just like messing around on this site sometimes, show some good information. So precious metals are green across the board. You have gold at $1,835, up $1.85. You have silver at $21.39, up 20 cents. Platinum $924, up $1.75, and palladium $1,926.63, up $33.63. Do you own any platinum or palladium? Let me know. Be an interesting investment. I stick to silver, a little bit of gold. Uh, actually, I won't mention that yet, but something with gold is coming up soon. But yeah, so um, let me know though. I mean, obviously we know what happened with palladium. Exploded because catalytic converters. But same thing could happen with silver, since silver is used in electric vehicles, or going to be needed. So much silver in electric vehicles. A very similar situation could be happening. Plus X, Y, and Z. Not just talking about EVs, but yeah. So it's looking like there's nice support around this $21 level. Let's zoom back a little bit. So yeah, it's looking like $21. A lot of support there. Oh yeah, see? Yeah, $21 level is a lot of support. So if it's sitting there right now, it's probably going to stay. So this might be a good entry point, since it's looking like it always stands its ground there, and it'll probably go up from there. So even if you span out to the year to day, this is the support line. If it breaks below this, things could get really ugly. See, like this support's right here. When it broke below, that goes really low. If it breaks below, it could get really ugly, especially if it gets into the teens. Just even seeing the number 19 compared to 20 makes a big psychological difference. Just like at the supermarket, they're going to label it $19.99, not $20, because just seeing the number 19 makes it seem cheaper. And that would be a great reason for people to panic sell if they see it at $19. Even if it's $19.99 compared to 20, that could psychologically freak people out, which is pretty funny, but it's real. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you want a chance to, be able to wear your love for silver, well, you can. AG47apparel.com is a clothing line for silver stackers. We got the new Stack Silver shirt, different colorways, and on the back it even says AG47. I think it's pretty cool. That's one of the new releases. One of my favorites is down here. We got the Slightly Skeptical shirts, different colorways. I think this color looks so cool. It's almost like a monster vibe, I don't know, it just looks, that colorway is cool. I'm really excited to get these in. They're coming next week early. I'm actually going to be giving one of these away to the winner of my giveaway as well. This color looks really cool too. And then on the back it says cautiously curious. But yeah, AG47 apparel. I have tons of different stuff on here. Some people were saying they don't feel comfortable wearing a Stack Silver shirt out in public. Well, there's other shirts, right? You have the Dollar Crash, where it just shows a dollar. On the back it has this and it says priceless. That's pretty cool. We have the Game Over with the dollar. We even have the Skull and Crossbones, which I think looks awesome. I have this hoodie. It looks so good. So yeah, just anything you want to rep, even if it doesn't have to say Stack Silver on it, you can still express your your knowledge of the corrupt financial system, and just gets people thinking. This one says the dollar's worthless, so buy silver, and on the back it says 3-9 spine. So yeah, I don't know. I think this stuff is pretty cool. I personally do. If you don't think it is, you don't got to get it. AG47apparel.com is that link though. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.